the other stuff over there isn't working today. We've got some problems, but we'll give people a few minutes to get in. Obviously, we don't have a countdown on this machine for the specific show, but we're here and we wanted to make sure that State of the Game still happens, regardless of where we sit and all of that. Hi, everyone. I found another French guy with a beard.
Hey.
I hope it works.
I'm the baguette cushion.
Exactly. Yannick has some very, very important stuff to do right now. A bit about yourself.
So hey, I'm Kevin Goyon. I'm associate live producer, working in the live team. And the live team is basically the team working with infrastructure engineers, so making sure we have servers for you guys to play on, that everything runs smoothly. We also run analytics, so we have a lot of data about what you guys are doing in the game.
We see you.
We see everything.
Doing all that stuff. He produces life. Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about the core gameplay experience, right? Because the way that we've been doing our updates and our bug fixes and our hot fixes and that sort of thing, they've been focused on very, very specific things, right? You know, like...
So that's also what our team do. We have... We receive all the reports, the bug reports. We work closely with Hamish and Yannick to what's going on in the forums. And we know what are the big issues, but we have a limited amount of people to work on the issues, so we need to prioritize.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, we prioritize the big issues that are hindering most of the players.
Yeah.
And so we try to work on that. And with the release of the upcoming DLCs, the small issues that are really annoying as well are piling up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's those that we want to address now.
Yeah, and obviously during those server maintenances and stuff, we're kind of limited into what we can do. We can't basically roll out a client-side patch every week. Yeah. It's impossible. But what we can do now with 1.4, it gives us the option to focus on those things. Someone was saying if I say core gameplay again, they're going to get really mad. But seriously, those issues in the in-game experience, especially, those can now be focused on. So that's really exciting. 1.4 allows us to do that. I will say that 1.4 touches on a lot of those big things, but there will be some things that can't be touched during this time. For example, the Dark Zone is going to be entirely different, but we won't be doing things like a dedicated PvP balance. One, because it doesn't really make sense for us to do a PvP balance with the context of what we have right now, when we know that that context is going to change with all the changes that we're making.
Everything is intertwined.
Yeah, it's like that. Like real awkward Ricky Gervais things. but seriously, so, but good news, we have what we announced last night, and is going to be a really, really good thing, the PTS.
Yes.
So that's going to be a really, really powerful tool for us going forward. You know, PTS, for people who don't know, a public test server. Other people might call it a PTR, but we don't have realms, so kind of doesn't make sense to call it that. But that's you guys.
Yes.
All right. You guys have been working on getting that up and running.
Yeah. So basically, we had to steal some servers from the live game, and we made a new environment, so the PTS. And on this PTS, we're gonna push the next build. The build is the next patch. So we're gonna take all the changes that we are bringing for the 1.4 update, and we push them on the PTS, so you guys can test that. We can get the data out of it. We can get your feedback, tweak things. Yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic experience, I think.
Yes, I think so too. We so for people that didn't see that other part of the news, it will be PC only, and there are reasons for that.
Yeah, so we are really flexible on PC. It's really easy. We have control basically of what we push on our PC version of the game, which is not the case on console. We need to send for approval everything we push to the game. Yeah. We will investigate what we can do in the longer term, because obviously the PTS is something, if successful, we want to keep running. So console is considered, not for the 1.4 update though.
Yeah. Like Bones is saying, Bones 7222, PC can patch all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, to an extent, that's true.
Yeah, we have complete control.
We have a lot more agility on PC, which allows us to do things like, if, for example, if we run a test where we want to, well, when people get this PTS, it's going to be basically 1.4, right? But
an early version.
Exactly. But for example, if we wanted to do very specific tests on a specific thing, we can direct people to do that because we have more control over PC. Yeah. And then if we wanted to make one change to various different variables, we can do that. With console, we don't have that kind of flexibility. I'm sorry, I know there are so many console players out there who would love to get that opportunity, and we'd love to give it to you, but it doesn't, it's not something that we can do right now. So we're always looking at more opportunities, but this will be PC for now. 26, hey man, will we be able to clone our console characters to the PTS? What's happening with characters?
So what we're gonna do is that when we open the PTS and every time we patch the PTS, we will take all the saves from the live game and put them on the PTS. Yeah. It won't work the other way around, meaning all your progress that you'll get on the PTS won't be pushed to the live game.
No, there's no link there.
Exactly. Yeah. So once in a while you'll get your most updated character. You will also be able to create a new character in the PTS if you want.
Can you create a, I guess there's no point in actually creating a level 30, but like you could play through the whole thing again.
Yes,
okay, cool.
Exactly. Because we're going to tweak the balancing on the whole game. So.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that'll be cool. I know a lot of people will jump in, they'll test the in-game content, which is awesome, but it would be also interesting to see people playing through the 1 to 30 experience as well, and seeing how all of that works. Guys, it's not that we don't have love for console, it's just that through the 1.4 content today, but there's going to be much more news about the 1.4 content coming very, very soon. Also, to kind of hold hands with this whole process, we're going to be having specific PTS forums for people who are excited about that. That'd be very cool, because it's one thing to test things with, and obviously we have analytics, like you said before. That data is really good for us, and we can do a lot with it, but we also don't have the qualitative side of things without...
For example, in the data we're going to see that in this...
What you talk about.
So basically for a particular mission, a lot of players are dying on this particular encounter, but maybe we don't understand why they are dying. So we're going to run a survey with you guys and say which particular enemy is making it difficult, which kind of weapon are you using, which kind of cover are you using, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we got some new followers. Just yet for the PTS, but we will, and Yannick's told me, so it's going to happen. We're going to have a date next week. Yeah. So there'll be a date and more, and I imagine there'll be more information about how people get in there, who's going to be in those things, so that we can figure that out. Okay. So next week, more information on the PTS. Puppet Master saying sound bug still not fixed. Yeah. I think you're talking about the PS4 one specifically. Those are the types of things that 1.4 is aimed at covering. Of contacting the people that we have been selecting for this. We haven't reached out to everyone just yet, and there's obviously people who will still be asleep in various parts of the world, but we are doing that today. Once we've got in touch with everyone and everyone is confirmed privately, we're doing this all privately because, you know, what if someone doesn't want people to know who they are, who's going, like, I don't know, maybe they're sick for a few days. Like, oh, I'm calling in sick at work. That's not up to us. And anyway, so we can't really come out and tell you exactly who's been selected until we've talked to everyone.
But we are selecting a wide range of players
with
different profiles.
So that's the cool thing you guys have helped us out with. So we're, Yannick basically gave a lot of stuff to you. Just so you guys know, we want to get a wide range of profiles, like, you know, people who have played, you know, in groups, who haven't played in groups, who have played in the Dark Zone a lot, who haven't played in the Dark Zone a lot, people who have kind of experienced all different corners of it and have played it a lot. Again, we haven't contacted everyone, so there's still a chance that you might be getting contacted. And there are people who we're contacting who can't come now and all these sorts of things, but that will be made clear very soon. What I also will do is I want to make sure that you guys know as soon as we are like completely at the cutoff, and once we've chosen everyone, so you do know who is and isn't coming. All right. focus a lot on gameplay and features and these sorts of things and how that all works. But lag and performance, we haven't really talked about that much, but that's been a big focus for you guys.
So the thing is, we have different teams, right? We have teams focusing on the engine of the game, teams focusing on the game design, team focusing on the UI. So all those people has been given different tasks of stuff to improve.
Yeah.
So obviously the team working on performance gonna focus on performance. So it's not. There's no conflict of priority between balancing and performance, for example. Both are being worked on.
Yeah, exactly. Retorsion, not so much. I mean, if you saw the news about the PTS, then you didn't miss a whole lot. Someone was asking before, so I'm just trying to scroll up here. Is there going to be an arena? To that, I want to restate 1.4 doesn't add new content. There's not going to be new content in 1.4. There is a content update coming in Survival, but new content for 1.4, no. There's going to be everything that you've seen so far. It'll be different and work differently and all these sorts of things, but it won't be new content. So there's not going to be a new incursion. There's not going to be new modes or arenas or that sort of thing. All right? Now, just to be very, very, very clear. And also